जा रहे हैं वो मैं ना पीपीटी से काम करने लगे हुए मैंने नहीं कहा काम चलेगा। Good morning, girls. Can you hear me? क्योंकि पुरानी में पुराना IFSC वो बदल देंगे बदल सकते हैं ठीक है ये तो बोली 5 मिनट अटेंड कर लेंगे और कॉमर्स वाले को बोलेंगे 5 मिनट में अंडरलाइन करके आता नहीं है क्लास कितना बोला है वाली 5 बुक है ना उसमें आप अंडरलाइन कर देना और अपना ले आना पड़ेगा अकाउंट तो वही है बस IFSC और इलाहाबाद में जॉइंट है तो अंडरलाइन करके लगा देना दूसरे के का तो नाम है जॉइंट अकाउंट कितने चलना है किसी वाले आगे बीच में से बजा आपको आवाज आ रही है तो मैं कॉमर्स में बात कर रहे हो ना नहीं बन पाएगी जब भी होगी तब फिर जिंदगी में तो ठीक है पढ़ाई टीचर भी नहीं बनी कैसे लाइब्रेरी डिजाइन है ये तीनों है वो पूछेंगे तो हम बताएंगे मैं मोटे-मोटे के लगा देती हूँ इसमें Keep my phone. Good morning, girls. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So in the last class, we were studying the project proposal, right?
Yes,
किसी को याद है कि कहाँ तक पढ़ा था बेटा? Did we finish this topic? Market potential से पहले तक का हो गया था क्या? Research and development.
So we'll quickly discuss this. ठीक है, अगर नहीं भी हुआ था तो हम कर लेते हैं उसको डिस्कस. ठीक है, तो प्रोजेक्ट प्रपोजल में वी सॉ कि उसके कंटेंट्स हम देखना चाह रहे थे कि व्हाट वर द कंटेंट्स ऑफ अ रिपोर्ट दैट हैज टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड. सो वी डिस्कस द जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन. द सेकंड हेडिंग इज द प्रोजेक्ट डिस्क्रिप्शन. So under the project description, first of all, there is the information relating to the site. Okay, जिस जगह पर प्रोजेक्ट सेटअप करना है या जिस जगह पर बिजनेस सेटअप करना है, उस जगह के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन लाइक लोकेशन विद एड्रेस के, ओन्ड बाय और लीज होल्ड लैंड, वो खुद का लैंड है या फिर हमने लीज पे लिया है. इज इट अप्रूव्ड फॉर industrial area, reason for selecting it, why did we select it, okay, what are the special features that will influenced us to select that land, and if it is a residential area. Okay, next we see the infrastructure. Describe physical facilities available for the proposed project. जो भी चीज जगह पर, जिस जगह पे हम अपना बिजनेस सेटअप कर रहे हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट आर द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रिक्वायरमेंट्स of the business that we have set up, and secondly what are the infrastructure facilities out of the required facilities that are available in that area. Then description about raw material availability, quantity, sources, okay, value, license for obtaining the raw material. All these things are also mentioned. Then personnel means what the details about the employees. What is the number of labor that will be employed, कितने लोगों को हम अपने यहाँ काम करने के लिए रखेंगे, what will be the training that will be given to them, and requirements of factory staff. How many administrative staff are required, how many workers are required, how many clerical staff are required, all these things, all the details. Okay, then utilities, the cost of utilities like power, fuel, water, coal, oil, etc. should be mentioned. So इन सब चीज़ों की cost भी mention करनी है, plus disposal of waste. जो waste product हमारे कंपनी से या प्लांट से निकलेगा, उस वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट को हम किस तरह डिस्पोज ऑफ करेंगे. A lot of times कंपनीज अपने वेस्ट डिस्पोजल पे ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं देती हैं, एंड दैट इज़ वाई दे गेट क्लोज डाउन और द लाइसेंस इज कैंसिल, बिकॉज उनका जो वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट है वो बहुत ज़्यादा harmful होता है to the environment or to the people living around. Okay, usually the companies dump the waste in either if it is in gaseous form तो चिमनी से बाहर environment में रिलीज कर देते हैं, और अगर लिक्विड या ऑलमोस्ट सेमी सॉलिड फॉर्म में है तो रिवर्स में छोड़ देते हैं, तो जिसकी वजह से हमारे रिवर्स एंड एयर क्वालिटी एंड लैंड पोल्यूशन बढ़ता चला जा रहा है. So the waste disposal techniques also have to be mentioned. Whether the project involves production of waste material or emission. Emission means gas related to gaseous waste. And provision for dumps, sewage system and sewage treatment plant. तो अगर बहुत ज़्यादा हार्मफुल वेस्ट निकल भी रहा है तो हाउ आर यू, व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स यू आर टेकिंग टू ट्रीट दैट वेस्ट सो दैट उसको जो हार्मफुल क्वालिटीज हैं वो निकल जाए. Next is the details about the machinery, equipment and common facilities. Complete list of all equipments. जो जो चीज़ें यूज होंगी वो सारी चीज़ें उसमें मेंशन होंगी. Source of supply of capital equipment means the heavier equipments which are used in the project or the plant. What will be the installed license capacity of machines and equipment. So the number of machines that you are using or you have installed in your factory or plant or whatever business you are running, it has to be pre-approved by the government. If you have taken approval for say 10 machines and you have installed 20, then it is not right according to the law. and action can be taken against you. You may have seen that in the movie Guru, if you have watched that movie, when R. Madhavan goes for inspection in Abhishek Bachchan's plant. He checks that he has taken approval for 5 machines and he has 23 machines installed in his factory. So those are the kind of things that have to be avoided, and that's why they ask for the license number of machines that were um, approved by the government. Then availability of common facilities like machine shops, welding shops, electrical shops, etc. So, for repair facilities, are there nearby such shops available, or will you be setting up such shops on your own? That also has to be mentioned. Then we come to the transportation and communication. So available and potential means of transportation. Obviously जो सामान फैक्ट्री में या प्लांट में प्रोड्यूस होगा उसे हमें मार्केट तक या कंज्यूमर तक डिलीवर करना पड़ेगा. सो व्हाट आर दी facilities for transportation that are required and how many of them are available? Then available communication facility like telephone, telex, etc. So any kind of facility that helps you to communicate with the outer world, obviously, because a lot of factories and companies are located or situated in outside the city area or basically in the rural area. So, what are the communication facilities that are available? So, telex is a sort of communication channel which is used by some other country, probably German or Swiss kind of telecommunication. Then, manufacturing process and technology. So various stages of production and process involved. So what will be the steps that will be involved in the production of the product, and what are the processes that will take place in each step. Then technology used and arrangements to acquire the know-how. So technology that will be used for producing that product or performing those processes, and from where will you acquire that technology? Means from where will you get that technology? Will it be from our country? Will it be from other country? And what will be the process of providing training for using that technology to the employees of your organization? Then plant and quality. Capacity of various plants, system designed to check the quality of product, and probability of obtaining quality marks like ISO, AgMark for the product. So these are some licenses or quality certifications that are obtained by the government in order to improve or prove to the customers and to the market that your product is of good quality or up to the mark. Then research and development steps for improvement of the product quality. So every company has an inbuilt research and development cell which helps or which works on continuously improving the products, on experimenting and trying to design new ways to make the product better. And whether to set up research cell. Okay, so next, so these were the details that were part of the project description. Now we come to the market potential. Here we have to mention the potential of the product that will allow it to be sold in the market. The entrepreneur should state in his project report the potentialities for the marketing of his project products. A detailed market survey should provide demand information and survey positions, etc. Demand and supply position. So demand and supply, as you may have studied in economics, that these are the market forces that govern the availability of a product in a market. Okay, even the price of the product, total expected demand for the proposed product. So expected demand means what have you projected that future demand will be like for your product. Then supply position of the product in the market, the gap between the demand and supply, and how much of this gap will be met by the proposed unit. Okay, so the gap means what is the demand, what is the supply, and if the demand exceeds the supply, or if the supply exceeds the demand, how will you overcome this gap between both of them. Then cost and price position, an estimate of manufacturing and other administrative expenses. So estimate of all the expenses has to be provided. And depending on the expenses or the cost of the product is we always set up the price of the product. Okay, an estimate of the price expected. Okay, then competitors present selling price, and assessment of the margin of profit on the basis of the cost and price estimates. So all these details have to be mentioned in the project report, that what is the cost that you are expecting to incur, what is the price that you are thinking of quoting, what is the competitor's product price. For example, if I am producing soaps, I will have to mention what are the prices of other soaps that are available in the market. And then I assess the profit margin that I will earn depending on the price and cost. Then marketing strategy. What will be the sales strategy? Trade arrangements with distributors, whether there is any arrangement to use the trademark of reputed companies on the proposed product. So, marketing strategy, we have to mention how we will sell the product, what are the expected number of sales that we are proposing or we are expecting. Then, any if there are any trademarks that we have acquired, and how will the channel of distribution work, how we will distribute our product from the factory to the retailers or to the wholesalers. Please write your attendance in the chat box, all of you. Just your name, okay? Full name. Whether the sale of the then seasonality and transportation. So the seasonality means there are products that are seasonal in nature, and there are products that can be sold throughout the year. So seasonal means products that are used in specific times of the year, like raincoats or umbrellas. These are seasonal products which are sold only in the rainy season. Arrangement proposed, whether the sale of the proposed product is seasonal, arrangement proposed for starting and stocking of the goods, then position of the transportation means, and probable cost of own transport means. Okay, so if we'll be using other transportation, or we'll arrange for our own transportation means, all these things have to be mentioned in the report. Next, we come to the capital or cost structure. An estimate of the capital expenditure to be incurred by the unit on various items should be in the report. So here we will not discuss it in very much detail, because in the fourth unit we have to discuss all these things in too much detail. So we'll not discuss it in very detailed form. We'll just go through it, get an overview of it. An estimate of the capital expenditure to be incurred by the unit on various items should be in the report. This estimation should be accurate. Inadequate estimation of funds may create serious problems. So there has to be an estimate of funds that is mentioned in the report, that what are the amount of funds that we are proposing or expecting to incur or use in the business. Then which will include land and building costs, cost of plant and machinery, installation charges, then cost of furniture, etc. Then contingency costs, development expenditure, preliminary expenses, cost of spares, repairs, maintenance, cost of off-site facilities, etc. Okay, these are all the things that have to be, these are four heads that have to be covered in any project report that is prepared. Okay, now we come to the next topic, which is production management. So production management covers all the activities of procurement, allocation, and utilization of all resources as labor, energy, material, equipment, machinery, etc. So when we talk about production management, can somebody tell me what production means? You may have come across this word many times. So who can tell me what is meant by production?
To increase the productivity.
Productivity is a different thing. What is the meaning of production? In productivity, when you said to increase productivity, there also you're using the word productivity. So what does productivity mean then? Tell me, what is production? It is very simple. You may have heard this word a lot of times. Production means conversion of raw material into finished product. Have you heard this?
Yes, ma'am.
So then why did you not say it? Hmm? So production means conversion of input into output, or conversion of raw material into finished products. Okay. So when we say production management, it refers to the process of managing or doing production in a very systematic or um, coordinated way. Okay. So these are the activities that are part of production, like procurement. Procurement means accessing the raw material. Allocation. Allocation means assigning what activity has to be done where, or what is the amount of raw material that is to be used in each activity. Okay. And finally, utilization of all resources. Utilization of resources, and what are the resources that are being used? Labor, energy, material, equipment, machinery, etc. Okay, so this is production management. Applying the principles of production management, applying the principles of management in production is called as production management. Okay, so you may have already studied principles of management, hmm? Planning, organizing. Have you heard about it?
Yes, ma'am.
So applying these techniques to the activities of production, that will be known as production management. Okay. Then it involves planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the production system. Production management is needed to develop and establish close relationship between market demand and production capabilities of the enterprise. Okay. Now, what are the activities of production management? First of all, production planning and development. So, production planning refers to product planning, or planning of the product that you are thinking of producing or deciding to produce. Okay. Then, production administration, production engineering, production planning, and production control. So, administration means looking over the activities of actual production. Then execution of plans. So whatever plans we had prepared for production in the first two activities, we now have to execute them or implement them. Okay, implementing the policies and decisions. And lastly, standardization. So standardization, simplification, specialization, inspection, quality control, inventory control, research and development, diversification, employee amenities, etc. All these activities are also part of production management. Now, what is standardization? I'll explain each term to you. What is standardization? Every company, when they try to produce a product, they set a standard that this is the standard quality that I am aiming to produce, or I am targeting to produce. Okay. And when the production starts, every unit or every set of products or every stock collection is then compared to this standard, and only then are they uh, passed when the quality check is done. Okay, in the part of quality control. Then simplification. What is simplification? Simplifying the production activity, the techniques of production, how the production will be done. So every employee or the management usually tries to simplify the activities of production. Then specialization. Specialization depends upon the departmentalization. Whichever department is responsible for which activity, they are divided into that heads. And then inspection is checking for quality control, and then we have quality control. So when we inspect the product, we, as I said, we compare it to the standard for checking the quality of the product. And if it does not match the standard, or if it is very far away from the standard that we had set, it is not passed in the quality control. Then inventory control relates to the management of stock. Okay. Then research and development, diversification, and employee immunities. Then next we come to advantages of good production management. What are the advantages if we keep up with a good production management activity? What are the advantages that we will enjoy? The first is growth of production. So once we have a good management, production management department or production management activity, the production or the productivity of the company will grow. Then better opportunities of employment. We will also have more number of jobs as the production will grow, and the quality will also grow, and the number of customers will also grow. Then progress of entrepreneurs. Progress of entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs, as the owner of the company or the business, he or she will obviously enjoy a better position when the business is doing well. जब product अच्छा sell होगा and the quality will be good, so obviously it will lead to success of the entrepreneur. Then development of nation. So when the entrepreneur progresses, and when many entrepreneurs are on a large scale, if this activity is taking place, then it will also lead to the economic development and satisfaction of employees. So if the company enjoys progress, they will also share the progress or success with the employees of the organization. Then comes production planning, which has two phases. First phase is prior planning or pre-planning. So what are pre-planning? Pre-planning is we perform some of the activities before the work has even started. So, what are the things? First is estimation of future work, which is forecasting. What all work will have to be done. So, we judge that or plan that in advance. Then, preparation of work authorization. So authorization will take place. We prepare for the work that has to be performed. Like if I decide that there will be three activities that will have to be conducted. Like first is buying of raw material, second is purchase of machinery, and third is production. Okay, so these three have to be authorized. That yes, these are the three activities that will be performed. So we prepare for those activities, and then product design and development, preparation of specification. So according to the preparation or according to the planning, we design the product and the specifications or the features of the product. The next phase is action planning. So these were the pre-planning stages, or the activities that were performed before the production actually started. And then in the second phase, we have action planning, where the actual work begins. Preparation of work plan, process planning and routine, then determination of material requirements, which is material management, determination of equipment and manpower, and loading and scheduling. So what will be the work plan? What will be the number of employees that work in, maybe say, shifts or in each shift? And what will be the activities that they'll be responsible for? What will be the processes that have to be performed? Then determining the material requirement, how much raw material has to be bought at once and will have to be used in, maybe say, within a month or within a week. And what we determine the uh, reorder level or reorder quantity, that when the raw material reaches this minimum quantity, we place another order, so that the production does not have to stop or wait for the raw material to be delivered. Okay. Then we come to the functions of production planning. What are the functions that have to be performed? Preparation of production forecasts, then compilation of master production schedules or budgets, setting up procurement schedules or budgets, marketing departmental plans or budgets, formulating personnel requirements, then establishing stockroom procedures and providing inventory control. So these are all the processes or activities that we just discussed in these uh, the activities of production. Okay, so these are the functions. Then we come to the purchasing objectives. The main objectives of purchasing functions are as follows. Firstly, to maintain regular flow of materials so as to ensure continuity of the operation. So, just like I said, the production should not stop, and hence each company determines a minimum order level. When the stock of raw material reaches a minimum level, we place another order for more raw material. Then, to maintain proper standards of quality, to avoid duplication, waste, and obsolescence of material. So, obsolescence means outdated or maybe say expired. Okay. To ensure the firm's competitive position through economical purchasing, and to develop and maintain sound relations with the suppliers. Okay, so these are the objectives of purchase order, or maybe say objectives of placing another order for raw materials, so that continuity of operations is ensured. Next we come to quality. Okay, so quality is a very important and a huge part of production management. The reason why production management was introduced in organizations was so that quality can be ensured. Okay, quality of the product is can be controlled. Quality of so elements and meaning of quality. What is quality? Quality of a product, it's very important factor to capture the market. Customers prefer a better quality product. The product quality can be defined as the composite product characteristics of engineering and manufacturing that determines the degree to which the product is in use will meet the expectations of the customers. Basically, what quality means is uh, the way in which the customer expects a product to perform. Every product should perform, or whatever the company has promised, every product should perform in the similar way. Like, for example, Maggie. Everybody in the class may have eaten Maggie at some point of their life. Yes or no? Has everybody eaten Maggie or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So every single time, from the first ever packet you may have eaten to the last packet that you may have eaten, the has the taste changed of that packet or of that product? You experience the exact same taste of Maggie every single time you try to eat it. Okay, so that is the level of quality, or that is the level of consistency that has to be maintained by each of the companies. Okay, so expectations of the customer have to be met. Then, element of quality. There are some elements which constitute the quality. What are the elements? Quality of design, conformance quality, and finally quality of performance. Okay, so these are the elements of quality. What first one is quality of design. So design of the product basically refers to the physical appearance. Okay. So, design of quality of design means the physical appearance, or the physical, the tangible parts of a product. Every product should be up to the mark in its physical appearance, feel, touch, etc. Okay. Then second, conformance quality. So conformance quality means the that every product should have or should meet the expectations, or should be up to the standards of whatever the quality control has set, the standards that the company has set, that they will produce a product of that XYZ quality. So it should conform to that standard. And finally, quality of performance. So it should perform in the expected way, in the way that the company has claimed it will perform. Okay, so these are the three elements of quality that has to be kept in mind. This tells us that yes, a product is of good quality or standard quality. Okay, then meaning of quality, we'll stop at the meaning of quality. Then in the next class we'll come to quality management. Okay, considering the elements of quality, it never means the best quality. The requirement is that the quality should be as per specifications, so that it can yield long return on the elements. To the industry, quality means which can satisfy most of the customers requirements. So we can never have the best quality, because best quality can change or can alter depending on the type of technology used, type of machine used, the time spent on producing each of the product. Okay, so but what we are referring to here is that the quality should be as per the specifications of the company. Whatever the company has claimed that it will provide, those specifications should be a part of that product, okay, and should satisfy most of the customer requirements. Okay, so I hope you have understood. These are very simple points. ठीक है, कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा difficult नहीं था इनमें. अगर इनको आप लोग प्लीज रीड कर लेना, ठीक है. आई हैव एडेड टू द सेम पीपीटी जो पहले अपलोडेड थी, वही पीपीटी अपडेट करते रहते हैं हम. तो डाउनलोड दैट पीपीटी एंड read through whatever is given under the topics that we have studied today. Okay, and please make a point to write everything in your own words in your notebooks. Okay, does anybody have any questions? No? Okay then. So we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class. Thank you, girls.